Erica and the likes, Nancy, they went to South Africa to promote their movie. I mean, as it's something Bridgerton. I stand to be corrected though. So what is all this? Nigeria is the Dubai of Africa, blah blah blah. Housemates coming there. You guys should stop this. You should stop this. You should stop this. You should stop all this hypocrisy. This that. It's becoming too boring. I mean, it's too much. I don't understand some people, how some people level of reason, how they think. I mean, Sandra, unfortunately, I don't know what. Maybe she did that for clout because her tweet was really unnecessary. For her to make that tweet that they need breathing space, blah blah blah, something like, I can't quote verbatim what she tweeted, but I think that was very lame of her for her to even make that tweet. Forgetting that you guys went to South Africa, stayed there for a month and above just for the show. So just imagine South African attacking Nigerians. I mean, just put yourself in those shoes. Like, how is it going to feel? Like, I just don't understand some people. So because it's Taban, you think you can come to your timeline, spew rubbish. I mean, write negative stuff because you don't like Taban. I mean, let it make sense. Now, people are saying that Jenny O and Taban are cool. We saw them in the house. Of course, obviously, we could attest to what we saw on TV that they were cool. But who knows after the house?
Spanky, please start rounding up, please.
Yeah, I'll run up. What do you call it, Panach? Nobody know what is happening behind the scene. What I mean, it could be that they are not even in good terms that we have been thinking. You understand? So it shouldn't be like because both of them are cool. I mean, if he trade, we shouldn't attack. Blah 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 blah. Somebody made an instance about Fina tweeting about Bella. Blah blah blah. I mean, Fina in the long run came and then back to apologize that, you know what, this is what I said, Bella. I'm sorry. Blah. So if Jenny O thinks that her tweet doesn't order well for some people, I mean, she could just apologize. So, okay, do you know what? This is what I tried to say. This is what it meant. Because you don't fault people when they try to, I mean, they read different meanings to what you treated. You understand? And considering the time, obviously, people are going to talk about it. People are going to link it to Taban's homecoming. So, guys, let's call spade a spade. This country division
All right,
is not really not helping. Let's
let's wrap
just
up.
this.
Yeah.
No, I'm done.
All right.
Moral,
Uh,
can I say something? Can I respond to something he said?
to
The gentleman who just spoke.
Spanky.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So Spanky, I don't think it would be fair to say Yemi Crex's fan base went on Ebuka's tweet to threaten him because I wasn't there. A lot of people wasn't there. Okay, I came online to see screenshots of a fan, one out of the many, threatening him. So please, it wouldn't be fair to say the whole fan base went on there to threaten his life. That's all I want to say. It was a fan who went there to do that. Don't include all of us. Thank you.
Spanky, do you have any rebuttal to that?
I mean,
I don't think you.
what
I
yeah, Moral, can I speak? Okay. I just want to say this. What you might see on your timeline might be different from what I saw on my timeline at that moment. Because what I saw, a lot of Yemi Craig fans, they were coming at Ibuka. I mean, of course, obviously, I mean, his wife reacted to a fan making that dead trade, but they said a lot of negative stuff against Ibuka. I saw a lot of them, a bunch of them, not only one of them. So you might see different things on your timeline, but I'm talking from based on what I saw, and I said a bunch
all
of
right.
them. So I'm not wrong when I
All
say
right. Let's
something.
not deviate from Let's not deviate from the topic. Yeah, I get you. All right. Acting General. If you know you're not raising your hand, I'm going to drop you because people are requesting, and it would be unfair for you to just have the speaker. You're not raising your hand. That means you're not speaking. You don't want to speak. That's what I'll translate it to be, and I'll remove your speaker. Please apologize. I mean, sincere apologies if you see that happening to you, because that means you're not raising your hand. Let's be very clear. Acting General, please go. People want to speak.
Hi guys, good evening guys. I just wanted to respond to Panache. Okay. When he was speaking, he said Kanaga Junior doesn't have fans. I was wondering because when I initially joined the space,
Banky, can you
Spanky,
mute
can
your
you
mic, please?
mute? Thank you. when I joined the space, they were talking about like baby Niger, like this the topic of the space, stupid takes and tears over Big Brother Niger. Get some, that's what they were talking about. So how that changed from like that, how he changed from that to Kanaga's fan not decamping and all that is what beats me. But I'm going to respond to that. You said Panache, you said Kanaga Junior doesn't have fans. Please, I'm going to
Honestly,
respond to him, please,
Ethic,
please.
I know. Just hold the Ethic General, please. I don't want us to deviate from the topic, and I think this issue of Kanaga's fan base is bigger. Let's not go into that. That's not the whole essence of this space, really. If it's about Kanaga has bigger fans than Yemi's fan, I think it was just said as a reference, right? It's not the crux of the matter itself. The crux of the matter is this issue of people, tweeting insensitive statements about people not coming to one country or the other. That's really the bone of contention. And I'm not trying to like say you shouldn't have your opinion or your grievance on what she said, but please let's just not deviate from it, please. It's not important. That this is more important because I don't know if you know it gives a wrong impression about Nigerians and it also to other African countries and South Africans in general. And I think that's not the way Nigerians are. Nigerians are warm, loving people and accommodating people, right? Please let's not deviate from that, please. Thank you. You can go.
All right. It's just an instance I'm about to make as well. The same way he made an instance. I'm not going to dwell on it. I just want to address it, then move on to another thing. So he said, KJ fans doesn't have fans. And then he said, KJ fans, they can't hear me. And I'm like, who are the KJ fans that they can't hear me? I'm guessing the imaginary fans that he does not have, which then makes your speech very contradictory and devoid of common sense, right? And I remember, because we are speaking.
No. Acting general, no.
Okay.
I was very clear about the rule of the
Mother,
space. No
let's
insults.
ask
Panache,
you.
please, I beg you.
No, it's
Panache,
not
I
an
beg you. No,
insult,
you don't
actually. It's
hit,
the
I beg.
speech I'm talking
No, when
about.
you say somebody is devoid of common sense, what are you trying
It's
to
the
say now?
speech, not him.
What do you
That the
excuse
speech
me, who
does
made
not
the
make
speech?
sense. It does not necessarily mean that he
No,
doesn't
no, no,
have
no, 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 no,
sense.
no. Who made the speech? No, no, no. Let's not do
All
that, Eti
right, all
General,
right. My
please. No,
apologies.
please.
My
Thank you.
apologies. My apologies. So yeah,
All right.
I remember.
Mother, it's because of you.
I beg you. Omo Yami, I
I
beg you,
remember the
please.
week Tabang was evicted. There was an outrage on the TL, right? And a lot of Yao, a lot of T bangers were, calling out production buyers, talking about how like he's not supposed to have been evicted, saying all sorts of things. And I'm like, what changed now? All of a sudden, you don't agree production buyers exist. All of a sudden, Panache is talking about how like nothing was, there was nothing like production buyers. LOL. Anyways, moving on. As for, I'm not going to address the first runner-up thing because I mean, like, someone got to the final and the other person left before the finale week, so that's that. Um, as for the finger pointing towards Nigerian housemates and Nigerian audience, I feel like you're just being hypocritical because this is a two-way thing. Both Nigerians and South Africans and even other people, because this is not just between Nigerian and South. Yes, the housemates are Nigerians and South Africans, but like the viewers and the fans are they extend to other parts of Africa. So if you're going to say the people to be blamed or the people who caused all these issues are Nigerians, just Nigerians, you're going to continue blaming Nigerians alone, you're being hypocritical. You're not being fair and you're not being honest with yourself. It's not just Nigerians. We watched and we saw everything that happened on the TL. We are all guilty of it. Everybody just wants to protect and defend their faves, right? No matter where they are from or who they are. I know some Nigerians that defended South Africans. I know a whole lot of them. Some of them are even here. I'm sure Stephanie blocks me because of Tabang. Is she not Nigerian? Honestly, I'm asking a question. Is she not Nigerian? Abi you now selecting who is Nigerian, who is not, right? So there are lots of Nigerians that supported South Africans and vice versa, right? You can't just use, because you said yourself, Panache, that you went on Big Love Space and there were people. You mentioned yourself that there were people. So why then blame everybody? The same way there were people who were dragging South Africans, there were also people from South Africa who were dragging Nigeria. It's a two-way thing. It's a normal thing. Even when we didn't when there was no Nigerian housemates in BB Mzanzi, there was still the toxicity. It existed on this TL. It's a normal thing. I stand Nally during big bro what's it called? Big brother Mzanzi. I stand Nally. And the same thing happened. I didn't even like stand her like I didn't really put my mind on because I couldn't view it. There was just this link that I can only view it from. So that made me not to watch it the way I would have loved to. Yet the toxicity was there on the TL. Most of the people being toxic to even their country, because I remember the war between the war between the housemate fan bases, and those are South Africans. Nigerian had nothing to do with it. So you cannot come here and say the people to blame are Nigerians, keep pointing fingers at Nigerians and blaming them, calling them out, when the whole thing is shared. The blame should be shared as well. Like the people causing all this mayhem on the TL are Nigerians and South Africans. It depends on the fan base. So I don't know where this whole hate against like you guys just have this mentality that that Kanaga fans decamped everybody. Only Kanaga that does not have fans, they decamped Yemi.
Madam, please, madam. I'm sorry if I have to chip in here now. Nobody said Kanaga's fan was not at the camp here, please. And I think maybe you just came in. You haven't been on this space for a while to understand the trajectory of what we've been
Our four
saying.
minutes, our 4 minutes actually over.
You
I'm sorry.
understand? How can you come
General,
and
your
just
time
say
is
that
over.
they said Kanaga fan was the one that was decamping and was the one that was promoting the whole country tribal hate?
I think she
Where did you
actually
get that from?
she thrives with controversy.
Comrade,
Please,
don't
She
you
is
know I'm
trying
going
what
to
to
started
change
this?
change the
it?
topic.
Please, will you shut up, guys? I beg. I've been
What
listening
is
to
all this?
everybody.
Oh, Kanaga. Somebody made a reference to something,
Exactly.
and I
I
said,
think she loves
let's not
attention.
dwell on it.
She loves to be very controversial because you
And I kept
listened
on warning her and
and she
telling her.
cautioned you while she started that this is not what the space is all about. So if you are looking for a place for your rantings and all of that to be listened to, you know where you can find that. Ex General, I'm talking about you. And you're saying someone blocked you. Who wouldn't block you? Anybody will block you, my darling. It just takes God's grace that myself, because I don't even block. I don't even care about anybody. If you like, be mapped, I'll reply to you and I'll move on. They have not blocked you. Who wouldn't block you? Because you constitute a lot of nuisance on the timeline. You are here, you want to be preaching. What is Kanaga? I won't mention Kanaga. The people that have mentioned Kanaga's name, which was Panat single-handedly, people have literally came for him. And Morale literally redirected the conversation. And you are here, you are saying Nigerians, they want to make Nigerian kidney. Are you not one of them? Madam, are you not one of those people that literally tweet rubbish and go on spaces to say nasty things? I'm a Nigerian, and there are a bunch of reasonable Nigerians on here, and nobody's calling all Nigerians out. Please, let's be reasonable when we're speaking. There was an instance, and we're literally focusing on that instance, which was Genio and Sandra. Nobody said Nigerians did anything. Stop being pity, and stop being stupid and silly over what is not. Stop causing division. This was what you people did during the show, and you want to start it again after the show. Stop causing division where there is none. You can do that on all spaces. Look here, comment space. I don't have time for rubbish. Everybody's welcome to speak on here, irrespective of who you support. But don't come on and plant stupidity on this space. What is Nigerians, Kanaga? Who literally mentioned Kanaga except Panach on this space? You want to make it as if they've been mentioning Kanaga's name all the while. And you complain they blocked you. Who is not going to block your damn ass? You think everybody have time for Twitter rubbish and Twitter trolling and Twitter banters? Please, your time is up. Morale. Next speaker to speak.
All right. So I think we said we're going to allow people that haven't spoken to speak. And I know after Exogen, I can't even remember the order again. It's just so annoying. I'm hungry. I want to eat
Very,
amala.
very, very toxic thing. Saying, is it because I've been looking at you? I don't just have your time.
No, honestly, Ectic, and I think I did tell you not to dwell on this Kanaga thing, but you kept on talking about it. The issue is not about Kanaga,
Number one
please.
Tabangator coming on here to form king.
Comrade, don't you know her? Don't you know her?
I know that now. Is it because
That
I
very
literally gave
Sunday,
her the praise because
that
I
very
believe the
Sunday.
space is general for everybody to speak.
That
But don't come
very
here again and
stupid
constitute
thing.
nuisance and be constituted on the TL.
All right.
Nigeria.
All
Madam,
right.
find a life, darling.
Sorry, comrade and moral. Sorry, please let me just chip this in. I think like you need to educate people because I know some of you have managed auditors before. You understand? So I think you need to.
They can contribute to conversation sanely, reasonably, explicitly, without no bias. They won't be able to do it. They thrive in controversy and stupid trolleys and dragons. You are coming here to say ta 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 ta. Okay, go and do that somewhere else. Nobody has time to nurse your dirty ass. Please, someone should speak.
Comrade,
All right.
sorry.
Mm.
Comrade Amoral, please, I think you need to just speak about because a lot of people talk about Deloitte and a lot of things. I think because I know some of you have managed auditors before, because I know they audit the votes before they publish them. You need to make people understand the consequences of people like
Sorry, Fanat.
manipulating
We
votes.
can't. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think we can literally tailor or probably police what people say. Everybody has the damn right to say what they want to say, right?
Okay,
It's a general, yeah, it's a general topic. Let people just come as far as they are not being insultive or
okay.
anything. Let them say what they need to say.
I mean, don't
Because
Because
be
a lot of people,
mischievous. Mm.
Moral
are
called you out. Moral
misinformed.
muted you. Said it 2 different times. That was not the subject of the discourse here. But you're still finding a way to take people back, all because of what you needed to try. Yeah, are you not tired? Is the show not over?
I want to
I don't.
make
At times,
money.
I
Oh.
literally
I need
ask
money.
myself. I literally ask myself, how do you people feed? How do you clothe? How do you shelter?
Comrade, I don't know.
Because
Maybe some of them have trust
your
fund
life can't
somewhere.
be all that beautiful. Your life can be so beautiful and in order, and you are being like this on Twitter 247, 24/7, and you are
Maybe
pontificating. You're happy
maybe some
about
of
it.
them have trust fund somewhere.
No, a bunch of them are they are in UK, they are in US, so there is government benefits they are
There's
benefiting
social
from.
benefits,
A lot of
welfare.
them, their account numbers or their account details are on the flyers of
Oh
their
my
fan
God,
bases,
comrade.
so they benefit money. Some of them beg money. Please let me talk. Some of them beg money, and these
Straight
are facts.
bullets.
Oh my
Some of
God,
them beg money from the people there on the space too. They borrow them
comrade,
money,
reduce
and
volume.
that
I
is
beg
because I
you.
don't understand
You see,
rubbish.
I tell you something. If you know you don't have dirty skeleton in your cupboard, you can open your mouth and talk freely. But if you know you have skeleton in your cupboard on this Twitter space, and you think your secret is safe, it is not safe, oh my dear. So be very careful of some of the things you say, because rebuttals can be very, very, very injurious. Very, very, very injurious. I'm trying to calm these two people down so that they don't throw bomb.
You think
I
you
beg
think
in
I
the
just
name.
you think I just came to you think I came to open space today because I don't know. Oga, my life is extremely busy. But I just think today is really needed. And that's why I have to give these hours today. Today is needed. So if you move mad, I move madder today. Then I go back to what pays me. I don't know. Maybe they feed you on this TL. Maybe your face, they send you money. That you can't literally have a life of your own. I've literally questioned morale when we're having a private call. That what are these people doing with their lives? This show has ended. Kosi won clear and clear. She won. If you are not happy, go and jump into the nearest river. I didn't even support her. She wasn't my favorite. I didn't like her on the show. But she has won. The rest of them will do extremely well in life. Winning did not decide anybody's future. It won't define Kanaga, Yemi, Tabang, Tati, or Olivia's future. They will do extremely well. What is it about every time you want to find a way to start bringing toxicity and being controversial over what is not? Are you being paid? I know they might send you bread and butter. Maybe that's what is making you to be gingering. But it's all about that. Don't you have life? Don't you have family members? If you're a married woman, don't you have children? Don't you have a husband to cater for? Especially married women. How do you people even cater for your children? How do you have time for them? And the married men
Jesus.
as men.
Jesus.
How do you get?
This
How do
is
you have time for? Yes, you see a lot of married people, and they'll say, "I'm married. I end this thing in US. I'm ending in UK." Oh, God, shut the fuck up. You ain't nothing. You are benefiting from government benefits. You ain't nothing.
God have mercy.
If your life is
Segregation
that,
is done.
if your life is that glorified, if your life
Comrade,
is that in place, I'm not
comrade,
sure you will be busy.
comrade,
We've
comrade,
seen
comrade,
people in the corporate world. We've
comrade,
seen
comrade,
entrepreneurs. We've
comrade,
seen how their lives are busy. Don't
comrade,
come. Everybody is rich on Twitter.
comrade.
I
Ah,
beg, I beg, I beg. Let's talk about something. Somebody else should speak,
comrade,
please. I did not
comrade.
tire.
Mm.
Can't you just stay and have conversation and be
Are we
reasonable with it?
allowed to speak on this space? Oh,
Uncle, you can speak. Hold on
Uncle, if you
now.
want to speak,
eh?
raise up your hands now. Your hand
Hold
was
on, you
up.
can
Allow us to
speak, but you
speak
didn't raise your
now.
hand
Now,
now.
wow.
Emmy, you didn't raise your hand. Don't say now.
Your
Wow, you
hand
didn't
was
raise
up.
your
Since
hand.
so,
Shut up.
since that time,
No, you
Your
did
hand
not.
Lagos
was
they talk.
up.
You did not
Everybody they
raise your
talk.
hands. Those that
Everybody they
their
shout.
hands were raised. We know you didn't raise your hand, Emmy. No, you did not. Don't
Your
don't
hand
play
was
that.
up. Other
No,
people's
your
hands
hands
were
was
up.
no, it wasn't. If it was up, I would have called. And I did say we're even going to give preference
Is
to
that
those that haven't spoken before.
yes?
I
I
said
wanted
that
to.
now.
Yes. Uh-uh.
I said we'll give to that
Is
because some people have spoken before, but I will give preference
Mora,
to
who's the
those that
next
haven't
person? I
spoken
beg.
first. Please, let's do it this way. Maddox, Bright G, and you have to raise your hands. And if you don't raise your hands, I'm not going to call you because people are also raising their hands also. So if you know you want to speak, raise your hands. Maddox, you can go. Bright G, Dr. Baby, Emmy. Now you can now to then you go Emmy, then Dr. Babyface, Kylie, and proud of Olibang. Let's do it in that order. And for those that haven't called, I'll call after this speak. This six speak. Maddox, please go.
So yeah, I want good afternoon everyone. I joined this space just by chance. I when I joined, I heard the trajectory and I was okay. This is going on about the Nigerian situation, and but as in I don't understand what happened along the line where Panache have to talk about this. But since you've addressed that, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. But since you people are all about the Nigerian bias, but this is something that we all watch that show, and every single fan base at a particular time complained bitterly about the production doing one or two things. But the most important thing is that Nigerians were the loudest about things. Because I remember vividly well that final week of voting, from the first day that voting line was opened to the last day of voting, the South African K-Force members were always complaining. They were the ones that were complaining that they were complaining bitter that they couldn't vote. They had no access to anything in South Africa there. That they were instantly disenfranchised in South Africa from voting for who? Kanaga Jr. Why? To deprive him of points of valuable points in South Africa. A lady that was heading Kanaga K4 South Africa complained bitterly that in her office they totally stopped her.
Can this be
Let me
substantiated,
finish. No,
please?
yes,
Yes,
Can
let me
this no
finish.
no
yes.
no
Let
no
me
no no?
finish. Let
Can
me
this
finish.
be
No, let me finish now.
substantiated?
No, let me
He,
finish. Let me finish.
he said the
Let me
truth,
finish.
oh, like
She said it
he's saying the
straightforward
truth.
that in her
Allow him to
office,
talk.
everybody that were willing to vote for Kanaga Jr. were told straight up that the only person they are voting for the finale is Kosi. On because South Africans have come to Nigeria and they've been welcomed well. I remember when Believer was coming to Nigeria, it's the South Africans that were hating on her. That what she come to do in Nigeria and why she come with the finalists. Nigerians welcomed her with open arms, and South Africans were threatening her. I remember that there was people when South Africa was threatening that she should not come unless she's going to murder Believer if she gets back to South Africa airport. So we did not see this space now that went all guns high against South Africans. And that was against a South African. So Taban coming here, he wronged a lot of people. He has apologized. Some people have moved on, some people have not moved on from it. So it's a normal thing. Battles will happen. A lot of people will be angry that why is this thing going on? So the backlash against Nigerians that are supporting Jenny or Sandra is not called for at all because things have been happening there too. Things have been happening over there too. So it's not about saying Nigerians are so this or Nigerians are so that. People will be emotional. The people that still went to the airport to welcome Tabang are still Nigerians. The people that went to the airport to welcome Tabang are still Nigerians. But it's not possible that they will not still have their people, the haters in Nigeria here. The same way other Nigerians have haters everywhere just because of existing.